Hey y'all, I am so excited to be here today with the new Rainbow High dolls. I have here the red doll, Ruby Anderson. I can't even describe how thrilled I am to have this doll. I started collecting dolls in high school when Monster High came out, and as soon as that line kind of started to fizzle, so did my interest in doll collecting. That was really what got me in, and after that I wasn't super taken by any other dolls on the market until I saw these babies. I saw this girl and I knew that I had to have her. Then I saw the line and I knew I had to have the whole line. But she is the first one that I have here for y'all today. We're gonna be doing a little like unboxing, review, the whole shebang. So if we wanna go ahead and get started, this is the front of the box here for you. It shows you the doll super clearly. I'm very impressed with the packaging on this. Even turning her to the side, it's very clear through the edge there. I feel like sometimes boxes can be a little bit restrictive in terms of what you're able to actually see. Obviously, they want to have the doll in there securely, but sometimes I think that they compromise visibility for that security. You can even see on the side here her extra fashions. They're displayed in these lovely, almost like beauty store boxes. Like they look like a display box from an expensive store that, you know, not that I would have any idea, but they look lovely. So she comes obviously with the doll, and then she has an extra jacket, a shirt, a skirt here, and then an extra pair of shoes. And then if we turn the box, it is just gold on the side opposite of the doll. On the back here, you can see the whole cast of Rainbow High, and it does have a little blurb at the bottom here talking about the premise of the doll line, the Rainbow High that they go to. So it says, legend says at the end of the rainbow there's a pot of gold, but the truth is it's something even more amazing. Only a chosen few with an eye for bold fashions can follow the rainbow to Rainbow High, the colorful fashion school where everyone learns to flaunt their true colors. Which is radical. I think it's kind of an interesting idea in the sense that I know Monster High was popular, Ever After High was popular. Rainbow High is a few years late to like the high trend, but I'm not mad about it. I think it's cool that it's like a fashion school that's a little bit different, a little interesting, that it's not just a regular high school. And I do like that they throw in that bit on the end about flaunting your true colors. I think it's good that they want to set a little bit of individuality into the dolls. I think it's very important for kids and, you know, adult collectors too, to know that it's important to be yourself and express yourself instead of what everyone else is doing. So that's a really good premise to me. I will say that the box itself doesn't say anything about Ruby Anderson here specifically. If you go to MGA's website though, they do have a whole section for the dolls. They have the official art of Ruby Anderson, which is a little bit more clear than it is on the back of the box since it's not like washed in that rainbow color. I'll put that up here if you guys want to take a little look-see at it. And then they also have a more detailed description of her personality. So she's supposed to be kind of like the bold, adventurous one, you know, the trendsetter, not the trend follower. It says that she's like a little bit of a prankster. I will go ahead and also put the full text up here if you want to pause the video and read that, but I'm not going to make you guys listen to me read all of that. So, the doll. I am going to go ahead and unbox her off camera, and we'll get into her and see just exactly what she's got to offer. Alrighty guys, so we have made it out of the box. Little change of perspective here so you can go ahead and get a really good look at the doll herself. I do just want to say if there's any kids watching, that box is full of a lot of very sharp plastic and a lot of little itty bitty hard to reach teensy weensy twisty ties, or like the little plastic bits that they use to like hold the doll in. So definitely ask your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, some responsible adult to help you out if you are opening this. And then for any adult collectors, again, same message. That is a hard to open box, especially if you are trying to kind of preserve it for display purposes. So just keep that in mind, kind of be extra careful. But with that out of the way, here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the doll herself here, and then we'll move on to the extras later. So, I guess let's just go head to toe. If we go ahead and pick her up and get her a little closer here, Ruby has got these gorgeous eyes. They are inset, you can see from the side here. Inset eyes with rooted lashes, which is a huge bonus. Any doll collector, you know, inset eyes a little bit better than painted eyes typically. Painted eyes have the propensity to be like misprinted or wonky, and the paint can get messed up. And of course you can mess up inset eyes too, but they're just a little bit more reliable. So hers are, they almost go from like a pink on the very, very inside to a purple to a blue. Nice detail there that they're not just one solid color. I do love that. Her eye makeup, I wish that I could do this kind of look and be capable of doing it. She has got like this beautiful gold glitter and like just a hint of orange at the top, and then a lovely little glossy pink lip. I do think it's funny that her eyebrows are brown, but her hair is bright red. It might just be me, but as someone who has dyed their hair a lot in the past, I always dyed my eyebrows, or I would use makeup to make them match. But you know, you do you. She still looks super cute. It's not a big deal. Her hair is full of product. Like, it was in a box, obviously it was for display. So like these curls are tight and they are held on by hairspray. That being said, like the back is definitely less full of product, and you can really feel that it's quality hair. It's soft. It's really, really nice. I am super irritating, and I cannot stand product in my doll hair. I actually can't stand product in my own hair either. I won't use hairspray or anything like that just because I don't like feeling my hair or a doll's hair and having it be stiff. So I will definitely be washing her after this video, but not too bad. You know, you can't really fault them for wanting their doll to look as perfect as possible in the box. So good on MGA for at least having hair that can be very soft once the product comes out. I also didn't realize until you come up close, she does have little hints of orange in her hair. I thought that it was just one solid red color, and it definitely is predominantly almost like an Ariel red, but she's got like these beautiful little hints of orange that just give it that extra depth that's really, really nice. She does come with a hat here. We're gonna get back to the hat. We'll discuss that in a second, but moving on down to the doll body, I will say what drew me to this doll more than anything else, more than the look, more than literally whatever, is the articulation. I don't like dolls that aren't articulated, you know? Not even a hot take. I think it's much more preferable if you can move and pose the doll. I think that for kids it's a lot more fun if you can play with your doll instead of just moving this like stiff board around. So she has got fully rotatable shoulders. Her elbow joints can rotate as well. Hope you can see that clear enough. Her elbows do also bend, not full in, but they have got that one point, which is really nice. Her wrists rotate all the way around, bend a whole bunch, and kudos, again, her hands actually come out and off. So that makes changing her fashions out significantly easier than it would be, you know, otherwise. Same thing on the other hand, and then I'm not sure how easy it's gonna be in the jeans. I guess we'll see. Okay, yeah, you can still definitely tell. I will go ahead and give you guys a closer look later. But her knee bends in two places, so you can get a little extra kick there, a little more movement than with a lot of other dolls on the market. She has got kind of like a unique shape to me. It's not, you know, monster high, like rail skinny or Barbie, like super busty. I would describe her as kind of like a pear shape, where she's got like a little bit of a bust, but more like definitely very hippie. I'm into it, you know, I'm not mad about it. And then as far as the clothing that she comes with, I can't give MGA enough props when it comes to how they have designed these dolls and their clothing. If you take a look at what she comes with on, she's got this beautiful red pleather bustier, and it is like pleather. It's got that lovely shine to it. It has intricate stitching all the way along to give it, you know, a defined bustier shape. Just beautiful craftsmanship. The buckles are actual buckles. They're not just little, you know, painted on additions. They are plastic pieces that it's just like a step up above from what they could have done. And then the shirt underneath, it's kind of hard to see with her bustier, but it says Sparkle. Very, very cute. White cotton. That one's a little bit more basic, but I will say that the Sparkle is like a little bit 3D. Like you can kind of like feel it too, that it's not just like a basic job. Like they put a little bit of extra attention in there. It does kind of make me laugh because the Sparkle logo to me reminds me of the Supreme logo, which I'm sure there's no coincidence there. I'm sure that they knew full well what they were doing. But it makes me laugh. I think it's kind of funny. I definitely think it would fit this doll if she's meant to be like a bold personality. I feel like people who wear the Supreme logo, at least as far as people that I've met that are interested in the Supreme logo, are very like loud, outgoing kind of people. So definitely fits for her. I will also say that if you turn her around, you can see that the bustier is a separate complete piece from the white undershirt there. So you could have her just wear the bustier, just wear the white undershirt. Either way, you have a lot of options. Then she has this plaid flannel tied around her waist here. I am kind of curious, actually. I didn't think to look until I just realized that this is held together. Like, I can only get my finger in here. I can't actually go all the way through. So there's like a little plastic piece connecting them there. I'm gonna see what happens if I go ahead and cut that and take it off. I'll be right back with y'all. Alrighty, so I have gotten the plaid off. She looks like almost a little empty here without it on, but it's okay, it's okay. We'll step aside from her incomplete outfit for a moment. It does look like this off. It was also attached not only between the sleeves, but on either side here, kind of where it would hit her belt loops. It is sewn up in the middle, so it is just meant to be worn around the waist. You can't have her wear it as an actual shirt. And on the back, it does have Velcro, so you can open it up and slide it on and off like you would a skirt. So it's literally more of an overskirt than it is an actual shirt, but this doll realistically comes with 3 shirts and a jacket, so I'm not gonna complain about it. She is all good in my book. And then going back down, we can go for the jeans. She's got a very fun, very bright, vibrant red skinny jean. It is like a little bit of a different color of red, which I think is good. A red themed doll, you know, can get overwhelming. Any color can be overwhelming all at once. So I think it's good that they have that slight variation there. It does have stitching for the pockets along the middle here and along the waistband. And then the belt loops, if you can see, I can pull up a little bit there, are actual belt loops. They're not just painted on. They're a separate strip of fabric that's been sewn onto the pants, which I think is really cool. You know, it's just an itty bitty little detail, but it's one of those things that can take a doll from being a good doll to being a great doll. So I very much appreciate that. The back doesn't have any stitching along here for like back pockets, but you know, I'd rather have it on the front and not on the back than not have it at all. So it's all good. We're okay. I'm not complaining yet. The pants themselves have this metallic gold paint to them. I think it's fun if she's supposed to be like the trendsetter rather than the trend follower, like Ruby's supposed to stand out, that she doesn't just have regular skinny jeans, even if they are vibrant red. She also has the gold painted onto them, so that's super nice detail there. And then going down to the shoes. Guys, I love these shoes. I'm so impressed. Back to my Monster High roots, remember when they used to have really nice, really detailed shoes? And these remind me of those, because if you see, she's got clear plastic, black, and then red soles. Shoes are just black all the way around aside from that. I love the clear straps. I am a sucker for anything transparent or translucent. In reality, it's usually not very comfortable, but on a doll, it looks great. And then they even bothered, it'll focus there, to paint the buckle gold. Again, it was something that they could have just let it be a molded thing, but they didn't. They took that extra step, and I'm really impressed with NGA for that. Now, we've gone head to toe. I said we come back to the hat. We gotta come back to this hat. I was a little bit shocked when I opened this up to see that her hat is not fabric. It's plastic, which normally I wouldn't have anything to say about, because I feel like that's very typical now that like a hat would be plastic. I guess I was just a little surprised that with the amount of detail they put into every other article of clothing on her, that Ruby's hat would be plastic. That being said, it is like a nice hat still. She's got like the gold painted buckle here to match her other buckles, the red and then the black. If you turn it around, she's got a red bill. It is a little twisted. I can't tell if that's like a manufacturing thing or if it's supposed to be like she bent her bill a little bit. I know people who bend the bills on their dad caps to be more of a curve. So who knows? But either way, I mean, it looks fine. She looks good. And it has a rainbow on the back with these flames, which is just so fun. If you can see down here, her other shoes that she comes with have flames on them. So I like that they keep that motif going. And it is definitely like a unique hat. I would not wear it personally, but I think it definitely very much fits the doll's personality and what they're trying to go for with her. Now with the hat, I was a little scared when I was exploring this because I, wanted to see if you could take it off. You can. You can also twist it around so that she can wear it as a, baseball cap proper instead of like the kind of edgier twist back. But oh gosh, it's so scary to do. Pops off like that. There's like a little peg in the middle of the hat you can see. And then her head just has a hole in it. Which, like, I suppose for kids, for playability factor, and like you do have to keep in mind when you collect dolls that they're not really designed for you unless they are collector's edition dolls. So for playability, I do think it's nice that she has a head hole. So it's realistically pretty easy and pretty safe to get the hat on her head, off her head, and then to keep it on. If you're playing with your doll, you don't want the hat to fall off halfway through. That's not fun. As a collector, I'm shaking that she's just got a hole in her head. I do think that after washing out like this stiffness in her hair, you might be able to style it back a little bit more here so that it can kind of cover the head, or the head hole, I mean. But yeah, interesting choice. I can't really say that I'm against it because, again, for the target demographic, kids, the playability factor I think is better with it. But not my first choice as a collector. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that back on in. I don't want to look at her head hole anymore. She's much prettier with the hat on. I actually think I prefer it twisted around. There we go. Lovely. Pretty girl. Okay, then we can move on to the extras. We have to talk about the stand. I mean, I feel like, at least for me, obviously I've been out of the doll market for a little bit, but I can't believe this doll has a stand. I'm so excited. I like that they realized that this would not only be a doll that kids want to play with, but it would also be something that adult collectors want to be able to display easily. So she comes with a stand. It is nice and sturdy, stands up very easily. It has this really fun, I hope you can see it on camera well enough, gold, or maybe it's just red. I think it's just red. Focus for me. There we go. Red glitter in the stand. It does say rainbow, just in embossed lettering, very, very faintly on the front, which, is a nice little detail. And then it just, if her hair gets out of the way, slips right around the doll's waist, and then you can stand her up, which is super lovely because I like to display my dolls, and I think it's nice that I won't have to like display her sitting down or buy a separate stand. Like, the fact that it comes with a stand is phenomenal. She does come with a comb, which, I mean, pretty standard for dolls. I never use these little baby combs on my dolls, but hey, good for kids again. You gotta keep that in mind. Then very, very fun. She comes with a hanger for her extra shirt. I'm not really sure how you would hang this up because this is meant to be a pant hanger. So her tube top, I don't know what you would do with that, but that's an issue for another time. The pant hanger is way more fun. She has got clips to her pant hanger that actually open up just a little bit. I will say they're not like hinged. It's hard to tell. The doll's face keeps focusing. They're not hinged. They just have like a little piece of plastic, so it's definitely something you would need to play carefully with. But you can make them open up just a little bit. Just enough to slide her extra fashions into so you can hang them up. It's really, really cool. I don't know if you have seen all of like the promo photos for this line, but they do have a play set that comes with a doll with a whole bunch of extra fashions, and she has kind of this like rolling rack like you might see in a store that has hangers on it with all the extra fashions. So this is really cool that it comes with hangers with each individual doll, so that if you got the play set, you could actually hang her extra clothes on that rack. Or even if you don't get the play set, I'm sure you could think of something else or somewhere else that you could hang them. So that's really lovely. I think that's gorgeous. And then the extra fashions. Let's go backwards. Let's go shoes up. So shoes. More heels. Beautiful flame design on them. I do love, again, that like they're multiple colors. I'm seeing the red, maybe an orange in there. It's hard to tell. Definitely a yellow and then like a white highlight. So it just gives a dimension to the flames as a paint job. But again, it's just an extra detail for the doll. She's got them all the way around, all around the toe. red sole again. And it is just like a black little booty. It even has on the side a gold zipper. That's so stinking cute. Obviously it doesn't zip, like you shove her foot in like there, like you would with most doll shoes, but that's super precious that it has a painted zipper. I didn't even see that the first time around. I love it. Wow. Then we have the skirt. It is gonna be a pleather meant to match her bustier here. Very, very cute. Again, it has that same black stitching that was super nice to see. Just an extra detail, pockets, actual belt loops, and guys, this belt. This one is very loosely tied. It is just kind of like a rubbery material, but you could untie that if you really, really felt like it. And it has another working buckle, very precious. And then if you go to the back, that's where I'm honestly super impressed with this. I'm blown away, frankly. I don't know how else to put it. The belt unbuttons separately from the skirt, which you might expect, but you can't, I'm not going to because I want to keep this on, but you could actually pull it through these working belt loops so that she could wear her pleather skirt without a belt if you wanted her to, or if you wanted to put the belt on something else, you could make that happen. So that's just super versatile. Something that I don't think I've ever seen in a doll, and I like I said, I'm completely blown away. I can't even believe that this is a real thing that I'm holding. Let's not get emotional though. Moving on to the tube top. I love this. This is like, out of all of the pieces that she comes with, one of the ones that I think I most wish I could buy if I don't hold it upside down. I just think it's super cute. It is like 3-4 different fabrics, something like that. It's got elastic around the band here. It does Velcro in the back though, so it's not just elastic to get it on. It is like a Velcro top, but it does have like a little bit of elastic. It's got this super fun white mesh, the red band across the middle, and then this gold zipper. It's like another piece of ribbon to form the zipper, and then the top itself here like can turn around and stuff, which is interesting to me because on the jacket they have like a bit of more realistic zipper. But I guess, you know, the scale could have been just like a little bit too small with this one to get it on the top as well. Just interesting, but still absolutely like a phenomenal piece of doll clothing. It's so tiny and so intricate. And it reminds me of something that I would have bought on Etsy for a doll fashion, like a custom doll fashion, instead of something that would come with a doll. So that really tells you how impressive it is that it just came like this. The jacket I feel is on a very similar level. This is a windbreaker, if you can hear that. That's windbreaker fabric. I have no idea what to call it. I'm not a professional. But that's so authentic and so cool. The red under the arm here is that same material, but the white stripe is like a satiny sort of ribbon. You can see the shine on there. Down both sleeves. Like I said, it has more of like a real zipper. Although now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't have like the zipper foot. It's just the tracks, which is interesting. But again, like I literally can't complain with a jacket this detailed. The rainbows print here is printed on a red mesh. So kind of a callback to the tube top, but not quite. It's just like not matchy-matchy, but it matches. And even on the bottom, it has actual elastic. You can kind of see it's like poking out on mine a little bit there, but it is elasticated, so you can stretch it. And it has like these little loopies. I don't even know what they're called on a real jacket. Drawstrings, that's what it is. And they bothered to include that, which again, just phenomenal detail. The back has the Rainbow High logo. So it says RH with a rainbow flag and then rainbow, rainbow along all of the sides. I don't know if this is like unintentional, that this is very reminiscent of like a pride flag jacket. I could just be seeing things here, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. I like it for that. I think that's absolutely incredible if you can interpret it that way and have fun playing with it that way. But if not, you know, it is called Rainbow High, so it makes sense that they would have a rainbow on their jacket. Either way, I do think it is super cute. I do like that it's subtle, that it's just you know, on the back, it's not something you would necessarily always see. The rainbows is obviously way more obvious, but it goes with her color scheme. But it's, you know, a little call to the other colors in the line, which I think is super, super cute. I did also want to mention, I completely forgot earlier when I was looking at her face, that she does have this iridescence to her skin. And it's hard to tell on camera, because I feel like on camera it definitely just looks like a white highlight, but it is almost like a little bit pink in person, just like the faintest hint of pink, which I think is so cool. That's molded into the vinyl of her face, which, you know, another just little detail. I think it's different. I think it's super fun that she's got that sparkle to her. Sparkle. But yeah, overall, just like an insanely cute doll. I am wildly impressed with the amount of clothes she comes with, because that is definitely a rarity in today's doll market. She is marketed, I believe, online as having 2 outfits, but realistically she comes with 2 bottoms, a kind of like half bottom, like an overskirt here, 2 pairs of shoes, and then 3 separate shirts and a jacket, which, you know, you could combine into so many different outfits. You could have tons of fun playing with the doll as a kid, or figuring out how you want to display her, or like rearrange her fashion for display purposes as a collector. And I just really love that they give you that option, and like so many options. And then again, you know, with this being just this doll, there are 5 others. 5, yes. So if you wanted to, you could mix and match their fashions as well, plus the fashion playset. Not to mention that on the website, in that little blurb that I showed you earlier, it does say Series 1, which implies that they are hopefully, you know, planning on making more of these. I would assume that that's based upon if this line succeeds. If this does well, I would think that they would make more. But it shows to me that they are keeping that potential open. They're ready to go with another set if this does well. So I think that this, for kids, could be so much fun as an actual fashion doll, where you don't have to buy endless fashions. Each doll is going to come with so many fashions on her own. And then for collectors, again, it's just so many options, so many lovely features. I'm super impressed. I don't even know what else to say. So that is what I've got for y'all today. I will go ahead and put a photo in of how this doll is going to look for my display after I wash her hair and after I pick which fashions I want her to be wearing for now. So I'll put a photo in here for y'all. And aside from that, stay tuned for the next one. Like I said, I'm gonna have to have every doll in this line. I feel like I'm just that kind of person who can't have part of the rainbow. I've got to have the whole rainbow. And we'll get there eventually. I did buy, before the microphone came in for me to record this video, Skylar, the blue doll. So I will actually be doing not an unboxing, but a review of her as well. I will link it as soon as I have that up. So look forward to that. And then if you guys have any comments, questions, anything at all, let me know down below in the comment section. Have a good one.